You know, there's an old French saying, plus ça change, plus c'est la même chose. For those of you who don't speak French or have a basic understanding, it means the more things change, the more they stay the same. Hi, I'm Azriel the One, and you may remember me from some works as So That's How You Feel, Azriel, and Azriel's Son's Pro Black Chris in LA, and Azriel went in on a couple of topics, just to name a few. But today, we have a special snowflake that we need to address. And this special snowflake is suffering from delusions of grandeur. He thinks he's an internet superstar. He thinks he's better than a lot of people. He thinks he's a Christian. But in reality, what I think of him is irrelevant. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to lay my case in front of you. I'm going to show you that our favorite internet troll, Vic Damone, who swears up and down and swears before the Lord that he is a good man, he's an honest man, and of course he is a practicing Christian in accordance with the law. Well, I'm going to show you how that's not true. And I'm going to do it with some direct evidence, and I'm going to do it with some inductive reasoning. Now, I expect this video to get a little lengthy. So if by chance you guys need time off, I will try to keep this so that this video doesn't go over 35-40 minutes, which is my norm. Even if up to an hour. This may go well beyond an hour. So I advise you, if you want to watch it straight through, cool. If not, take your pauses as you need to. But whatever you do, get you a little something to drink, something to eat, get your sandwich. Ladies, fellas, if y'all like getting head while you watching or listen to something pretty good, by all means, do you. It's Saturday, it's cold, at least if you live on the East Coast. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, what you're about to see is going to be a clip from, the video from Vic Damone's channel. I will definitely put the source attribution in the description and give him his proper accreditation. That's why I put the fair use statement in there. It's probably one of the reasons why this video may get very, very lengthy. Nevertheless, as I'm going to commentate throughout that video and behind it, you know how this works. So, gods of the Titantron, please roll the footage.
Okay, first we're gonna let these screenshots run.
Lakewood means rewind, a gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
I gotta apologize. Some of them screenshots is old. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, update them. But all the same, I'm fitting to talk about everything in those fucking screenshots. How stupid this fat, nasty, bum ass nigga is built for coming at me for no goddamn reason. See?
Well, that didn't take long, did it? Not surprising. When in doubt, attack my weight. Attack my physical appearance. Don't attack my argument, Vic Damone. That's what you're good at. And I intend to show that's what you're good at, in addition to my one objective in this video. But as I'm sure you're probably going to do, you're going to be incredulous as to how I attacked you, or by quote unquote attacking you. And you're going to make some bullshit ass pointers. And I'm pretty sure in this video I'm going to debunk all that. So continue.
I was doing a show, and at 2 in the morning, like in one of those screenshots, this nigga decided to text me like a bitch, defending Tommy, his goddamn butt buddy. So, in the middle of your bitch ass meditation, right, you decided to tune in to Real Game Radio in the middle of your meditation, you lying ass nigga.
When you understand the nature of a thing, you'll know what it's capable of. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Mainly because it's early, I have a lot of work to do, and it's also Lent, and I should be spending my time more in meditation while fasting, but I need to get this off my chest.
Okay, let's continue, because that was the night we did a show, and I think I went all the way up to like 2:30 or some shit like that. You come at me talking the same shit about Tommy's address being put out there when I have videos of him saying that I didn't put his address out there.
And I'm sure you're going to show us the video, right, Vic? Oh, wait, that's right. It's nowhere to be seen. You see, I find it hard to believe that a man would, knowing that he has people who was harassing him, at the time was harassing his girlfriend, people have called his elderly grandmothers, called his mother, and everyone else that's affiliated with him to harass him, both online and in the real world. Surely you're not suggesting that he himself would put his own child in danger that way. Come on, Victoria. I know you're not going to wait a minute. You are suggesting that. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about this for a second and see if you can rationalize this, because I'm not. What this asshat is saying, and pardon the ad hoc, is that he willingly exposed his daughter to some form of danger for a YouTube view? Come on now, does this sound like Tommy Sotomayor? Let's be realistic. A man who himself has to walk around his house armed and with a vest, who's gotten several threatening phone calls and emails and the like, with people making cyber threats on him. Surely, Victoria would supply some evidence. I mean, after all, we're still waiting to see that video that he claims is on the channel. I could be wrong, though.
The exact video is still up on my band Vic Damone channel with the date. Showing that he put his own address out there. But let's move past that, okay? Let's move past it, all right? Now, you come at me basically lying.
And I lied about what exactly? Please explain for the audience, since you haven't already.
So let's tell some truth on you, Azriel the One. The fact of the matter is, when you hooked up with Monty and Monty gave you a BTR show, Tommy called into your show and you still tanked.
Is that your argument? Are you serious? Is that your fucking argument? Oh my god, this is gonna be like shooting fish in a motherfucking barrel. Oh my god, you guys make this so fucking easy. Let me get this straight. He calls me a liar and he backs it up with me saying about a radio show. Oh my god, I swear you can't make this shit up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this straight. Let me just stop laughing for a minute, because that was too much. You said I lied, and your proof that I lied is an issue that has nothing to do with the fact that I lied about anything. Vic, were you sober when you made this video? I'm just curious, because the whole point of accusing me of lying you'd have to show what I lied about, and you didn't. But now you're going to go on to this blog talk thing. So what I'm going to do is completely dismiss that point, and anything you say related to this blog talk issue, since you're not talking about me lying about something. But you'll try to call me out on that, and it'll be a whole different issue. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Vic Damone does. He accuses you of something, and then when he realizes he can't prove it, what he'll do is he'll move on to the next thing to try to hit you with. Oh, believe me, there will be several videos in this series, and I mean it, there will be several videos in which you will see me prove this.
The numbers, let Monty tell it. Let Monty tell it. Nigga, you had the worst show on the wood grain. That's fact. That's fact. The only reason why you're coming at me now is because you see Tommy's in tears right now. You see him booty hurt. So you feel like you have to do something, like you always did. You know what? If we want to talk about liars.
Why haven't you gone through with your lawsuit against Tyrone Thompson? Liar. All those things you said you was going to do to Tyrone, you never did. In fact, you ended up homeless.
Okay, you might be a little slow or a little high or both. So I'm going to ask this question again. What in my accusations against you was a lie, Victoria? What the fuck did I lie about? You went on, and now you're bringing in more rumors and shaming language and issues that have nothing to do with what the argument is about. Remember, you had the same problem with pro-black Chris, and he pointed this out to you. You're bringing in issues that had nothing to do with the discussion at hand. First and foremost, where I lived at and whatever legal issues I brought have nothing to do with this discussion. So the only reason why you're trying to bring it in is you're trying to say indirectly, because you didn't see anything to the contrary, then therefore I told a lie about that. But then Victoria, you would have to prove that it never happened, or I never brought any other litigation. Which means, sir, the claim is on you to prove that I actually didn't follow through with something. But you can't. So, that which can be asserted without evidence, can be dismissed without evidence. And let me just go on to say, if you're going to repeat something that someone else said, you might want to fact check it first before you go running around repeating it. Because unlike you, Vic, I generally do my research. And you got that from Michael Mills, because he was trying to find anything to offend me. I'm sure you didn't see the video and where I addressed it and turned it on its head. See, I don't have to prove my living situation to any of you motherfuckers. But I just find it laughable that you're going to try to use that as an arguable point. And still, in spite of everything you just said, you still haven't showed me what I lied on you about.
With your I own apartment buildings lying ass. Yeah, whatever happened to your apartment building that you owned, Azriel? See, I can't stand a motherfucking liar. And the majority of these coons, that's all they do. They lie. Now, for some strange reason, you're jealous of me. You're jealous over the fact that Tommy, saw me. And like I said, I didn't know none of y'all, period. And the sad part about it is, Azriel, is my story doesn't change anytime anyone asks me. Because when they go to BTR still has those shows up.
Interesting you should mention that, because that very evidence you're pointing to will be the same evidence that will be your undoing. Now, you made a whole bunch of nonsense, and I'm still waiting for you to say what I lied about. Oh God, really? Is this what this is? It's like I'm playing chess with a monkey that's playing checkers? Is that it? Oh God, what the fuck?
You fucking liar. The first show I called was Tyrone's show. That was the first show I called. You fucking liar. Then I called Tommy's show after I talked to Tyrone. In the middle of that time frame for me calling Tyrone's show to Tommy's show, I made videos against Tyrone after I called his show, you lying ass nigga.
Except for, I didn't say that. Remember, in my original video, you go back and say this, and I quote, I said that this issue started when you went over to TRS, and next thing you know, you started making videos against Tommy. Now, this whole timeline that you're talking about, which I think is dubious at best, still doesn't negate what I said, Vic. That's the problem, Victoria. It did not negate what I said. Are you listening? Are you paying fucking attention? I'm sorry if you're not getting this. Maybe you need to put the weed pipe down and sober up for 5 minutes and listen. The question here was, what did I lie about? You claimed that I lied about the timeline. When we go back to my video, and the link will be in the box below, at the point of the video, I stated, Vic Damone, you called over to TRS and something happened over there because you came back attacking Tommy. I never even went where you're going. So please, let's not misrepresent what I said again. So far, that's 3, Vic, because you knew exactly what I said. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a pattern. Judge for yourselves what you will. But the fact of the matter is, this idiot is trying to conflate so many different things to confuse you. I want you to once again get back to the point. He went for so many minutes in this video already saying what I lied. He brought in information that was completely irrelevant, and now he's saying he's getting finally around to my video, and already he's not even showing you concretely what I lied about. He's saying I lied about the timeline, but yet there's no evidence about me lying about the timeline, when there are plenty of people in the comment section who have been following this issue for the last 2 years and can clearly see, hey, just on the virtue of agreement from people who don't even like me, who see this and say, you got a point. But again, I could be wrong, but where's his evidence to actually back his position? Who knows? It's probably somewhere in his weed pipe, right?
That's when Tommy came and promoted me. After he promoted me, Tyrone was the first person to say that I was a Tommy supporter, you dick riding ass nigga. And Tyrone's voice, you know, if he says something, it can stick. Especially back then, he had the same ability as Tommy did. If Tommy said something, it stuck. He didn't have to prove shit. He could just say it. See, in your scenario, you can't prove shit. You just say it. So a nigga like me ain't worried about the rest of the 37 minutes of your bullshitting ass video, because you didn't say anything that was factual in it any motherfucking way.
And yet for some reason you didn't make not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 videos to that one video I made. Seems to me, Vic, it was something quite relevant, because if it weren't, you wouldn't have made a single video at all. But maybe it's just me.
Your whole response would be, well, he didn't respond to everything.
Nigga, the first 3-4 minutes of your video was a lie. So you want me to sift through your video and figure out where the truth was at, huh? Is that it, Azriel? No, sir. You have to come better than that. I'm just saying, if these niggas gonna tell a lie, you know what I'm saying? Why don't we just fabricate something better? Why don't we just tell people that I'm a white man, Azriel? That would have came off better. Seriously. Now, if you want to touch on something real, Azriel.
The thing is that the only part of the video that I heard you say correctly is after I called Tommy, I tried to get them to squash it.
What? I don't ever recall ever saying that. So you might want to point out the timestamp, because that was never part of my argument. Well, if that's what you're trying to say I said or trying to imply, then you would have to show the timestamp in the video where I gave such an impression, Vic Damone. But let's be charitable and say that I did. Let's just say that that was something I actually said. Then, Vic Damone, you have to then explain why the fuck would you turn around and make a troll out of yourself and attack Tommy. Remember, you said you tried to squash the beef, right? Right. So now you have to explain, if you was trying to be on some peace shit, why you go after Tommy? But you won't explain that, will you?
It's funny how you remember that, but you don't remember anything else. And when I tried to get them to squash it, what happened then, Azriel? What did Tommy do, you bitch ass nigga? Did Tommy try to squash it? After I went on and said, hey, Tommy, let's call, and he called, bitch, you didn't do that. You shit starting ass nigga. Every time you called him, you was trying to get him to fight. But I was the first one. I'm glad you acknowledged that, bitch nigga, that I was the first one to try to get them from stop beefing.
Me. So it's funny how Tyrone was willing to squash beef, but your bitch ass boyfriend, he wasn't willing to squash beef, was he? So according to the text messages I just posted, again, on your bitch ass, on your name, on your video, so that way people know I'm talking about you, Azriel, the one, the bitch starter.
When I told Tommy that I never chose a side, you lying ass nigga. Because in your video, you clearly said that I was Team Tommy. But in that message, and it's actually older than 92 weeks now. It's way older than 92 weeks now, but Tommy somehow closed those channels, didn't he?
Well, apparently what happened is trolls such as yourself and other people false flag the man's channels down. But that's neither here nor there. At this point, Vic, I've given up all hope for you to show me direct evidence of how I lied. But let me show you how you misrepresented something again, which essentially is me calling you a liar. You said you never chose a side, yet we didn't see during the time period that you were making trolling videos on Tyrone Thompson. You didn't make troll videos back to Tommy Sotomayor until after you had that falling out, or you went over to TRS one night because you couldn't get on Tommy's radio show. See, that once again, you're not negating that one point. So all these videos you make mean absolutely nothing. You called me a liar and said my lie was in the first 4 minutes of my video. But so far, in the 12 minutes of bullshit you're putting everyone on the internet through, you haven't shown how I lied. You just haven't. At this point, I'm willing to bet that not only would New York City, New Jersey, and Connecticut freeze over, but the rest of hell would have to freeze before you could give me one tangible shred of evidence that I lied. Come on, pile. Just one. One piece of evidence. Just give me one. Just one.
But, you know, I got the screenshots before he closed them. So, Azriel, once again, what the fuck was the point of you even coming at me, you bitch ass nigga? Especially with a lie. I mean, a lie that I could easily break down real swift. Real swift. The next time you decide to make a video to Vic Damone, Make sure it
Oh,
makes
you mean like
sense.
this one? Of course. You see, Vic, it's called I take what you say, I break it down, I unpack it, I show and demonstrate the logic. You know, I may even put some witty repartee in there. You know, a little bit of banter, some caustic humor, some wit, some comical ad homs, all for the entertainment of my adoring public. No, all jokes aside though, seriously. Here's the thing, Vic. You're not on my level. This is one of many videos that's going to prove this to you. Not only to you, but it's going to prove it to the rest of your adoring fan base, the conglomerate of idiots that they are, that you're not on my level. And that, in fact, I'm going to do all that I can to clearly demonstrate not only that you're not on my level, but that you are mentally unstable. In fact, I would go as far as to say that probably from several years of chronic marijuana abuse, you probably have now developed some sort of mental defect and probably need to seek some psychiatric help. Assuming that's actual weed you're smoking and not K2. But that's another topic for another day. At any rate, this was fun, ladies and gentlemen. And while I'm going to let him take us out of here in chipmunk style because he's not saying anything relevant, and you guys can stand by for battle on part 2. Peace.
Because when you go involve yourself in other niggas' beef, you sound stupid. Notice how you come inside of our beef, but you say that I'm jumping in to Tommy's and Tyrone beef. That's another thing with you fucking coons. You're so hypocritical that you don't even realize you said some hypocritical shit. So maybe you should have erased that out the video. Maybe you should have edited your shit before you sent it up. Let another motherfucker watch your shit, nigga, say, well, you know, you kind of been hypocritical right there, man. You probably want to take that out so a nigga like Vic Damone won't point it out. That's what I point out, Azriel. Hypocrisy. And you got to be the most hypocritical motherfucker on YouTube. That's serious. It's your boy Vic Damone. Catch me on Real Gang Radio.